Hi, welcome back to Wizardry 7. This is episode 8 of this adventure. Okay, cool. We have Professor Wunderland here, and we're going to chat with this guy. As you recall, last time we ran into him, and he has a bunch of stuff to tell us. So, let's talk to him. Dogger, let's talk to him. So, tell me about the blueprint that blueprint set you mentioned.
The blueprints of the old city, a part of my records on our history.
The blueprints of the old city, a part of his record. Okay. Well, can you tell me about Old City?
The history of Old City? That's what I've been researching. Listen, and I'll tell you what I've learned. A long time ago, everyone lived together here, all in the same city. Old City. Life was simple for our ancestors. It's a common purpose, to fulfill the law of something called the Sacred Stone. But as time went on, there was disagreement upon the meaning of the sacred writing. Everyone began having different ideas, and they began to fight amongst themselves. Different groups were formed, each claiming to represent the one true interpretation of the Sacred Stone. In time, each faction created their own version of the Sacred Stone, rewriting it to conform their own beliefs. The original Sacred Stone was lost, obscured, and forgotten. Eventually, all anyone knew was dependent upon the beliefs of the faction into which they were born. Naturally, the different factions began to separate. Soon, newer cities were constructed in the surrounding regions, and Old City was abandoned. All evidence of our original common ancestry disappeared. There were wars, and the simple life had come to an end, and each faction began to evolve in an entirely different way. Some believed that this was bad, others claimed that it was foretold. Few others yet say that this is all as it should be. Hundreds of years passed. Then, one day, a strange thing occurred. A group of strangers appeared, calling themselves the High Guardi. They said they came from the mountains, where they had been living in the ages since the fall of Old City. They had achieved great scientific wonders, and they wished to share their knowledge with all. A common ground was needed for all the differing factions to meet with the High Guardi. So New City was constructed, and it was built on top of Old City. Then, as suddenly as they appeared, the High Guardi vanished. Nobody knows what happened, but there must have been some purpose, but no one knows what it is. And so then, at last, here we are.
Well, that's a whole bunch of lore. Okay, so we are going to take advantage of a skip that's available, just because I happen to know some of the things that we're supposed to ask characters here. So we actually want to enter the Old City dungeon before we really leave this chunk of the map. And the reason for that is that there's an item in the dungeon, in the Old City dungeon, that can be picked up by NPCs. And I actually really want to get to it first before the roaming NPCs will go and scoop it. Because then, we have to end up like tracking down NPCs, and maybe you get it, maybe you don't. It's a pain in the butt. Basically, it's much easier if we just go and get it, and because it is a required item, it's best if we go get it first. So, this is a skip, where you find this. Well, I'll show you later on as we play through the game here where we get this piece of information, but we're going to ask the professor here about the archives, okay? And he should tell us about how to get into Old City.
Let me think a moment. There were some archives in the Old City. When New City was built, the archives were sealed off and covered over. Years ago, I went there to study records of our history. I think I may still have the key. One moment. I hope this helps with what you're looking for. The access to the Old City is on the south side of New City. It's been locked up for years. Be careful.
Yeah, anyway, so that is basically the only thing we really need from the professor here. We need to be able to get into the Old City, otherwise we have a lot of tracking down roaming NPCs that are difficult to encounter. So I suggest that perhaps the game developers misordered the layout of the puzzles and the things. I think that it should naturally have evolved from exploring New City, that you go to Old City directly, but it's actually not quite the case, as you will see later on. But it's not a big problem. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to say goodbye to the rat for now. Does he have anything to trade? No, he doesn't. He has nothing to buy. Okay, so we're going to leave Professor Wonderland here. Alright, and so now that we have the key, let's go explore and fill out some of the map for the area. Okay.
A vivid red emblem has been attached to the door, the significance of which is not clear.
Cool. Alright, we can go in here, I think. There's a treasure chest inside, actually, so I won't do that now. Sure. I guess I'll save the game first. Okay. Oh, I gotta unlock it. Right, okay, so... which one has Dogguard? You're the one with the key, right? Iron key? Excellent. So the iron keys that we've been finding will open up the New City doors. Aha, a bunch of guards. Alright, let's fight these guys. I'm gonna get Kato to hide. Alright, I'm gonna just skip through this because I think this will be a pretty non-eventful fight. Okay, that was an easy win. Let's explore this room. And aha, there is a chest. Alright. I think I trained our girl here. Oh, she has the knock knock spell, not the disarm trap spell. Okay, so I'm gonna save the game here and we're gonna try to do the chest opening thing with Kato. Let's see, which one is it? This one here. Disarm, Kato. Oh, that's not good. Well, he's not skillful enough to know what it is. What are our options? Oh my goodness. Well, let's just see what this is. We're probably gonna have to save and reload in a moment. Let's try Magic Sparks, I guess. It is indeed Magic Sparks, we just messed it up. Oh no, Fila died. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload. Alright, so it'll probably be Magic Sparks when I reload the game. So... disarm. Kato, try again. Oh, no, it's changed. Okay, maybe it's daggers then. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, daggers. Let's try this one. 1. Uh-oh. Alright, are they gonna get us again? Kato, please don't kill Fila. Okay, well, we lived through it. Cool, we got a little bit of loot. Who is my identifier? It's Arwen, right? Very good. Oh, she's out of room. Dogward, take the rest of the stuff. Okay, I'm gonna save the game because we lived through that. Gonna camp. Restore some hit points. Be right back. Hey, I got ambushed. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to just fight my way out of this ambush. You can see some of my party members are asleep. This is the mechanic of camping out. Looks like a roaming random encounter. So I'm gonna skip this combat. I think it should be pretty straightforward unless one of my sleeping party members is ambushed or killed by the Savant guards here. Okay, this should be pretty straightforward though, so I'm gonna probably just skip to the end of the fight. Alright, well, my sleeping party members there were actually hurt in that altercation, so yeah, to heal them up, cast the spell Arlen. Can you do this, please? Now, I'm going to mention something here. I am playing with some of the patches introduced by Mad God's Cosmic Forge tool, specifically a patch that improves the ability to restore hit points and magic while resting. The vanilla game, or the unpatched version of the game, often you'll camp out and not restore any hit points for, like, multiple sleeping attempts, and it's I suspect like just a broken mechanic. Yeah, so I am quite comfortable with having this patch installed, because otherwise it just takes far too long to recover your hit points. Okay, there we go. We're all repaired. Saving the game again. Alright, so we got some loot. That's good. I'm going to continue to explore, fill out this map. Okay, up here, this is, I believe, the entrance to an Umpani building. I don't think I can enter it just yet, though. Yeah, I don't think I can go in. Yeah, no, it's locked. Okay. Fine. We may get into some encounters here. Ooh.
Peering in through the window, you witness several large greyish creatures carrying on a conversation comprised mainly of snorts and low rumbling sounds. Soon, one of them begins to get angry, stomping and snorting as if enduring some gross miscarriage of justice. Then he parades from the room, the others following at a cautious distance.
Interesting. Huh. Cool. The Umpanis are doing stuff through the window there. Alright. What I may do here, just because this is going to be a fair amount of just exploring, is I may go fill out a bunch of the map kind of off camera, because the content here of exploring is important, but not super critical to the actual, like, telling of the game. Anyways, we're just going to continue walking around here for a minute, because I think, yeah, this is here. The Curio Museum. Amazing oddities. What a coincidence. Huh, what an interestingly named... what an interestingly named place. Huh.
A colourful cartoon of a grinning jester adorns the door of the museum. A metal tongue is protruding from a small hole in the mouth of the jester, and in the tongue is a narrow slot. You discover that the tongue is taut and springy, and when you depress it and quickly release, it flaps up and down, making an odd twanging kind of sound.
Interesting. Can we get in here? No, it's locked. We can't go into the Curio Museum. Can we force the lock? Okay, this is a mechanic I haven't shown before. Well, okay, so I'm gonna cancel because it uses the endurance of or the stamina of your party. However, we can try to force lock if the overall party strength is sufficient to fill out that bar. The party is quite weak because we're only like level 4 or 5 characters at the moment, so we don't have the strength. We're gonna have to get an item to open that door. Anyways, let's continue looking around here. Ooh, the New City Dock and Marina. I wonder if we can get a boat.
The great sea of sorrows spans before you like a vast and dense space flattened into the sky, spreading into the far distant horizon as a desolate plain of shimmering ether. Its deep waters chant 1,000 silent tales, and its unseen borders but hint of far distant lands. How universal such a compelling motion, as if behind every veil of boundless unknown lay cloaked an invisible beacon, endlessly calling. Such solace these sights bring, as if a reminder that though the trappings of mortal man may forever be enshrouded in a sea of passing discords, he has but to open his eyes that he may bear witness to some greater existence, of which he is only a momentary traveller.
Okay. I want to go in the marina. Yeah, let's go jump in the marina here. There's an interesting fellow inside. I don't think I need to save, but I will anyways. Actually, I know I don't need to save, but we're going to go talk with the character inside here.
Old nets and a few stuffed trophies of gruesome-looking aquatic creatures drape the walls of the small marina. An old monk, quietly working in the corner, seems so immersed in the block he is carving that he fails to take notice of you. Looking back at the trophies in detail, any thoughts of taking a little dip in the sea are quickly followed by thoughts of being ripped to shreds. The old monk giggles, looks up, and then goes back to work. On the far wall, you notice an empty trophy plaque, though it is too far to read from here. As you turn back to address the monk, he is standing before you.
Who is it?
Thinking of seafaring, are we? Beware the dangers of the deep.
Okay, we've met the Saw guy. Let's talk to this gentleman. Actually, first of all, do you have anything to trade? No, he has no items. Alright, so let's talk to this guy. He runs the marina. Let's ask him about his trophy. Oh, those are just a few tadpoles from the deep sea. Interesting. Can we rent a boat?
There's a tale that in the early times ships traveled freely across the seas, but that was before the times of Brombadan. I lost my last vessel to that creature you see hanging on the wall over there. No one dares set sail anymore, and I don't blame them. I've been working on another ship, but she's not yet seaworthy. Maybe one day when I've seen enough of this world, Finisher would set me out to meet Brombadan. Maybe one day.
Huh, there's a sea creature called Brombadan. Let's ask about that.
Brombadan, the demon of the sea. Many a ship has set sail, only to never return. 'Tis rumored that when the moon is full, he rises from the deep in search of human blood. But none who have met him have lived to tell the tale. Aye, he's taken many a sailor to a watery grave. And if Brombadan doesn't get ya, then the birds probably will.
Well, have you heard any rumors? Yeah, sure, I'll pay some money. Oh, sea monster. Okay, this is going to tell us about Brombadan. I'm not going to pursue that. Okay, well, I don't think I have anything else I want to ask you, mister. So, see you for now. Let's look around his shop.
A lonely plaque devoid of trophy hangs from the wall.
Yeah, he has an empty trophy. Interesting. Or a plaque with no trophy on it. So the sea creature's still alive and out there. Interesting. Let's jump in the back. Oh, it's locked. Can I open it? Oh no, party's too weak. Okay, he has some stuff back there. We should probably go take a look at it at some point. Not super urgent though. Quickly save and regen my party's stamina. Ooh, Kiduki. Oh, we've been ambushed. Oh, a bunch of birds. Alright, I'm gonna fight through this. A lot of party members are asleep. Maybe a problem, probably not. Anyways, we'll see in a minute. Birds are so easy. Right? You can see why we save all the time though, just because ambushes like that happen. Okay. Leave the marina. Ah, okay. It's nighttime. You know what? There is a shop in town I want to go quickly get to while it's nighttime. It is, I think, on the other side of the map here. I'm just trying to remember where I am. Oh, okay. The condemned area. Well, we happen to know how to get into it, right? Because we have the key. Right? Doesn't, no. We have to open this up. Oh, it's locked. Let's cast Knock Knock. This is a spell that this girl has. Good, she opens the door. Let's save the game.
The building is old and crumbling away, completely empty save for a few broken crates and a somewhat liberal spread of rodent droppings.
Okay. This here is the entrance to Old City. We're not gonna investigate it. Oh, an encounter. What do we got? Creeping Cruds. Okay. Should be fairly straightforward to deal with these guys. I need to put this Enchanted Blade spell on. Should have done that earlier, actually. Energy Blast level 3. Okay, I'll cut to the end of the fight. This should be pretty straightforward. Cool, these guys were chumps. Alright, no levels up. That's fine. Okay, and it's just gonna save again. I'm gonna restore some points. Now, this is the entrance to Old City, I believe. I'll show how we get in here. I'm not gonna explore this dungeon just yet. Okay. This Old City access, but the letters are worn out.
This is all you can glean from a sign too faded to read.
Okay. And we go here. Old City access. Alright, and this here lets us down. Now, if I go down here, and I step forward...
The air is dank and unpleasantly musty, an odour possibly attributable to a slick ochre mould which covers the walls and floor. You detect no trace of footprints in the mouldy floor, nor any other evidence to indicate the presence of others.
Alright, so the moss on the ground there indicates whether or not the roaming NPCs have been to this part of the map yet, and because they haven't, we can go and get the item that's in that dungeon. And I really want to go do that because it is actually an important item. And like I said, I don't want to chase those NPCs around, so we're going to go take advantage of it. It is a progress skip, and you wouldn't normally know how to do that. However, going about it the circuitous route of like having to find the roaming NPC that has that particular item later on is a pain. So we're just not going to worry about that. Okay. it's you know what I'm noticing here is it's daytime. I wanted to take advantage. Ooh, whole bunch of guards. My goodness. Oh, only 4 actually. That's fine. Okay, I'll cut to the end of the fight. Yay, we win again. Cool, another 1,000 experience. Maybe we'll get a level up? Nope, okay. Alright, so this is one of the shops in town. Belhanzer's Magic Emporium. Alright, now, let's see, is he in?
Inside the shop, the room is empty, its walls bare, and a thin veil of dust covers the floor.
Huh, shop's empty. Interesting. Well. So, this shop here, this NPC, pardon me, I'm just filling in the map spot. This NPC who runs this shop, he has 2 different business locations. He has one here and another one in a different city. And he teleports his entire shop between the two cities by day and night. So as you can see, there's the sun over there in the distance. So the shop is closed in New City during the day, and it's open in the other part of the world at night. But we haven't been there yet, so we're just not going to worry about it. We'll come back at night. We're coming back to, this is the prison in front of us. We're going to have to get in here in a little while, but I don't think we can handle the fight in there yet.
Peering through the window, you see a group of the bizarre Savant Guardians. Cold and without emotion, they are deadly serious and are poised to repel any possible attempt at invasion.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go fill out the rest of the map here, guys. We haven't done much here this time around. I know this has been a kind of slow episode, but you've seen how we get into the into Old City, and yeah. Anyway, so this has been episode 8. I know it's a little bit of a slower episode, but just wanted to give some more insight into the area. Next time, what I'm going to do before we start is I'm going to fill out all the blank spaces on our map, and we'll continue with some more quest focus, or progress. We'll make some more progress into the actual game. But first thing I'll do is make sure that the map is actually filled out so that you can see where we are going. Alright, anyways, thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 8 of Let's Play Wizardry 7. Peace.